Welcome in on a Wednesday, Scooble Day. We'll get to the arbitration stuff at 3. It is just a funny visual, man, to just imagine Scott Harris walking in with like flow charts and graphs why his ace sucks and isn't worth the money. God, I would pay to watch this.
You know, when you think about it, Boris gets up there and says, let us go first. Here's my client, back-to-back Cy Young Award winners. We're done. Tigers, you can have our time. Go ahead, take 2 hours. That's all we need to say. Back-to-back Cy Young Award winners.
We'll get to it at 3.
Yeah.
4 o'clock, we do have potential Pistons disrespect, ? So we want to start with something a little different and kind of get it out of the way and let people marinate on this. Now, Rico hasn't heard this mainly because we wouldn't allow him. Wanted some organic response. I have said for a while, I think the silence around Kirby Joseph is damning. I think the fact that the team hasn't come out and said, no, I'll be back for OTAs. No, I'll be back for training camp. The fact that nobody will go near it, it's almost like Chernobyl. It scares me. Well, a doctor today, a man who apparently this is his line of work now, as he is a social media doctor who was a former team doctor, had what I would consider a very strong opinion about Kirby Joseph's knee and outlook. I wanted you to hear this for the first time on the air. Let the people hear it. Have a little conversation because the rest of the day is going to be Tigers and Pistons. So, David, this is Dr. David Chow, who is known as the Twitter doctor. Now, he's an actual doctor, and he's a former team doctor. So this isn't some butthead virgin in his mom's basement. This is a real human being with degrees.
Gotcha.
Take a listen to what he says and tell me something or nothing in your mind. David, if you can get some time out of him over a year, maybe 2, him filling the contract out is a Hail Mary. What do you want to do with it?
Wow.
Something or nothing. That's why I saved it.
No.
See?
Well, Rieger almost told me. That's something. You know what that tells me? You're drafting a safety. That tells me you're drafting a safety
Crazy.
this year. For him to say in a year or 2 and fulfilling the contract, yeah. I don't know what happened that day in the tent, but I guess that was the last that we saw good Kerby, because after that, it went downhill.
The way
fast.
that comment reads, that's the last time you're ever going to see the real Kirby Joseph.
Yeah.
And whatever that setback was, which none of us have an understanding of, and the team rightfully is tight-lipped about it, we had the one day media was out there and he practiced. Mm-hmm. And he would do the rep and then limp off the field in pain.
Yeah.
So, again, guys, as we start today, obviously, the Scooble thing is major news. The Pistons, where a trade has knocked them from being the favorite in the East. I want to know if that's disrespectful. This Kirby Joseph thing is the first commentary we've gotten this offseason. I don't think the team will speak in those terms.
No.
The one reservation I have is this. Obviously, we have to defer to doctors. They're doctors. We're doorknobs. But my one issue is, Dr. Chow, if you haven't examined the patient, even though you have a history and a background of understanding very particular injuries, I would just I'm going to at least stop myself from diving full into panic. It's not like he's seen the film.
He hasn't seen the film, Mike, but there are certain professions that you've seen enough that if you get a good description and you could see for yourself, you'll kind of know. It's like calling an electrician and saying, or a plumber, hey, this is what I'm having. Okay, it sounds like this. Is it 100%? No. And I think the same with him is he's probably saying, you're about 80%. I think I know what this is. I can't say for certain because you're right. I haven't diagnosed him. I haven't seen him myself, but kind of looks like, feels like, seems like, sounds like he's not going to be around for a while. You're not going to get the best Kirby Joseph. To me, sounds like this team has now added safety to the things that they need to look at either in free agency or in the draft.
What's your concern level? You guys can just text it in if you like. You can call if you like.
I'm very concerned because Branch probably won't be back till damn near Thanksgiving. And Kirby's going to sound real iffy. Yeah, you just lost, the best part, the back end of your defense. Not going to be there to start the season. Seems like.
Right, but the concern on Joseph is what we're
no,
talking
concern
about.
on right, but I'm saying
High, very high.
very high. Listening to that, yes, sounds like free agency or you're drafting a new safety.
Yeah, my concern is very high, Mike. And I completely understand what you're saying. He's not the Detroit Lions team doctor. I understand that. But one thing we usually hear with players is, and we heard it with Hutchinson last year, not the whole Super Bowl thing, but we heard that, he'll be ready for OTAs. We hear that with players all the time. When Joe Burrow was hurt or Chase was hurt, and, they'll be back and ready to go come OTA time. That is what we have not heard with the Detroit Lions, not once with Kirby Joseph. And I'm pretty sure with this story being out there, if they wanted to refute it, they would and could refute it. I've heard nothing from the team about him being ready for OTAs.
That's what I'm saying.
That concerns me.
And look, teams can be tight-lipped about that. I do respect that. But look, I'm gonna be with Rico on this. My concern's high. I can't go to panic. I need the team to do that, the people who have actually examined the patient or looked at the film. But yeah, you're right. If you have a general idea of what this condition is, you're able to connect some dots. You're able to say, no, guys, this is what the prognosis is. Yeah, man. I mean, safety to me is going to be on their shopping list. And I know it probably won't be in the first round, clearly. But remember, you don't have a third-round pick. And yes, they can create a lot of cap space. You know what you don't want to do? You don't want to go into free agency and commit a ton of money to a safety. It's just bad business. So, yeah, I wanted your guys' take. Kenny, or as we're calling him, Jonas Valanciunas today. I never realized how exact Valanciunas looks to Kenny Cott.
He looks like he could be in the Cott family. Absolutely. I saw
Convinced.
that. Like, that's Kenny's big brother.
Yeah. More athletically inclined. Kenny a little bit more outdoorsman. But, like, they are the same. Mm-hmm. They look like they are the same bloodline.
Yes.
Kenny, concern level on this.
Concern level for me rested about a 7 out of 10. Even if Chow is overstating this, being hyperbolic or trying to create some sort of a headline, which is possible. We don't know his motives for this. He's a social media guy, so let's assume that might be the case. Even if he's overstating it, this is still an alarming thing to say, even if it's a little bit overstated. Well, so, yeah, I'm at about a 7. I think this could be terrible news, and I think at its highest it could be an 8 or a 9, but right now I'm at a 7.
I would say I don't think he's overstating this just for the simple fact that he is a doctor knowing I can't go out there and just yell, bomb in an airport.
No.
There's repercussions. But I do think that, he probably seen enough to know a ballpark. This is where it's at. And the fact that Joseph's kind of just been MIA, very tight-lipped. Like I said, we saw him running drills, limping back. And then it was just no more Joseph for a while.
See, let me say this for the people in the back that want to question, but he's been a team doctor for 17 plus years. He was a charters doctor for a little bit. He also has been consulted by organizations, MLB, NFL as a whole, and teams. So this guy is a board-ified.
Board-ified? How about certified?
Boardified.
Just making words
certified doctor.
He's a certified
here.
board surgeon.
He's a board surgeon in California. Yes, he is. So
he's boardified, y'all.
Yeah.
I Mike, this is good pull on your part. This is very concerning. Look, now, is it full on panic mode?
Not yet.
No, but this is.
They're going to have to answer for it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, to me, this is about an 8.5.
Okay. I mean, I'm not quite there, but I'm close. I want to know what people think. Yeah, because, again, the rest of the day is going to be Tigers and Pistons. I thought this is just worth a couple segments because the Kirby Joseph thing, remember, your turnover creation numbers are directly linked to him playing.
And the fact that no one said, like, you hear it all the time for the different athletes, X person should be there by training camp,
Correct.
or this person will be ready by week 1, or this person will be ready in the first month of the season. Nothing.
Complete silence.
That bothers me along with this news. Now, I was going under the whole no news is good news. It's going to be a big surprise. And here's Kirby Joseph. And now I'm just, boy.
Well, the other thing, too, and I'll be timely, is the way Chow is speaking. This is absolute conjecture, not a report. I'm just saying when you listen to it, here's what it makes it seem like, sound like, feel like. Something that is degenerative, something that is just going to deteriorate, something that there is no way back from. When you say that you might get something out of him for a year, maybe 2, you're speaking on it as if this is never getting right.
To be timely, I'll make it this quick, but it reminds me at the end of Ragnow with the toe. And we were, you know what? But he could power through it. But you knew it was only going to get worse.
Yeah,
until...
they termed it inoperable.
Yes.
Which is wild to say. Like, what are you going to do? Cut the toe off?
Right.
Unbelievable. 248-539-9797. Scooble Day, 3 o'clock. We got Pistons conversation at 4. It's 97.1.